From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 5:30, streaming now.
Now at 5:30, priceless pictures headed to the trash are now back with the bride who smiled for the camera. The incredible story of how a WRTV reporter helped make this happen. Chris.
Topping our lineup today, a dangerous antibiotic-resistant form of salmonella continues to spread in poultry, and it's making people sick. Why government agencies haven't done more, and the new tool that you can use to check just how often bacteria is showing up in what you buy. Now, children can be exposed to lead in everything from contaminated dust to drinking water that passes through lead pipes. How a changing definition of lead poisoning may mean more kids getting diagnosed. And a new art exhibit is trying to reconnect people from behind their masks during COVID. We will introduce you to the unlikely artist who painted these self-portraits.
First at 5:30, wedding pictures that were headed to the garbage are now back where they belong. WRTV's Cornelius Hawker found those priceless images and set out to see if he could find anyone in them. And thanks to social media, he was able to get them back to the bride.
Wow. These are all, yeah, I know. So these are all the pictures that I found.
Despite having these pictures in her hands, Cindy Sullivan-Bridges, the bride in these photos, is still finding it hard to believe that somehow her wedding pictures from 1997 ended up being found by a stranger.
And I was just shocked. Like, I'm still like, I don't know who would have had them.
She tells us how she found out I was looking for her.
My friend, who's one of my bridesmaids, she texted me. She said, "Hey, Cindy, have you seen that someone is looking for you that has pictures of your wedding to Victor?" And I said, "No."
I posted this to Facebook. We shared it on the WRTV page, and within no time, Cindy was found.
So when I logged in, I got notifications that people were tagging me. And so that's how I found, I was like, wow, that's me. I'm like, how on earth did he get those?
Cindy tells me she has fond memories of her wedding to Victor. They had 3 kids together, and life was pretty good. These pictures, however, are a reminder of something Cindy doesn't have anymore.
My husband, well, he's deceased. I've since remarried them, but him and his whole family is deceased. My sons, you know, that's their whole side of their family. It would be awesome to have all of these memories, you know, even for them.
I found other pictures of Cindy's that I didn't post on social media out of respect. I was able to give those to her as well.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, my grandmother, who's deceased. I don't even have this picture.
You do now.
Wow.
Now, thanks to the power of social media, Cindy will be able to share new memories with her family, loved ones who passed on but are forever in her heart.
Cindy, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And I'm so glad we could help you out.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. God bless you.
Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, WRTV.
Cindy tells us she still doesn't know how the pictures were lost after all of these years, but is incredibly thankful that Cornelius saved them and got them back to her. A good story there, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely, and nice to see it all worked out in the end, right? All right, our forecast as we go through the next few days, well, we want to get rid of all of this rain. We have certainly had a lot of it out there, and as we look at the satellite radar there, you can see there's a little more that we got to get through, but it is moving from the northeast back to the south and west here, even some moderate rain around the Muncie area. So yeah, this is all going to be sliding back toward Indianapolis as we look at TrueCast 7:30 this evening. We've still got some, at times, moderate showers, but generally this will be on the lighter side of things right on into the overnight. Tomorrow morning, waking up, heading out there, still going to need that rain jacket or the umbrella. It's going to be now number 4 on the list as we look at the 5 wettest Octobers on record. So we may squeak up to that number 3 spot, but we've got a little ways to go. Temperature-wise, we are in the mid to upper 50s right now, locked in with that cloud cover, and we'll continue with some scattered showers. Temperatures holding in the mid 50s.
All school-age kids are expected to soon be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, and that means that schools could start requiring students get the shot just like they do for other vaccines like tetanus and MMR. But all of this will depend really where you are.
Vaccination requirements for students are definitely different across our country. Different states have different requirements. Here in Arizona, it will not immediately be on the required list.
Chad Gaston is a superintendent in Phoenix, where there are about 150,000 kids K through 12. He says once kids ages 5 to 11 can get vaccinated, it will not only make a big difference in schools, but in the community.
We want to reduce quarantines. We want to reduce community spread. We know that our children not only come to school, but go back home to multi-generational housing. So this isn't just about providing good quality public education. It's about public health. And we want to make sure that we're doing all we can to limit spread, get back to normal.
Now, in the classroom, he says more kids getting vaccinated will mean more focus on education instead of worrying about the spread of COVID. As of right now, children are making up a quarter of weekly COVID cases. 118,000 kids tested positive for the virus this past week. It makes the 7th consecutive weekly decrease from the pandemic high at the start of last month. But the American Academy of Pediatrics says 118,000 is still an extremely high number for new cases for kids. More than 6 million kids have tested positive for COVID since the pandemic began. The newsfeed starts with President Biden meeting Pope Francis at the Vatican today. The two discussed the pandemic, climate change, and poverty. President Biden says abortion did not come up during his meeting with the Pope and that the Pope told him that he should continue to receive communion. Now, the U.S. is looking to compensate the families forced to separate at the U.S.-Mexico border. The Justice Department is looking to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to those impacted by the Trump-era policy. The Wall Street Journal reports that payments could be as big as $450,000 to each person affected. Now, the amount that people are spending in the U.S. continues to go up, but not as fast as it's been. Consumer spending went up just slightly in September, and at the same time, inflation continues to rise at a faster pace. All right, ahead in our lineup, we are getting answers on why the government has not issued a recall on poultry products containing a dangerous strain of salmonella. We will show you a new tool that will help you trace the bacteria yourself. You've probably heard about recent recalls of onions over salmonella, but what you don't know is that a different, more dangerous strain of bacteria is still running rampant through the poultry industry with no recalls.
One of the first things we noticed is that the incidence of salmonella food poisoning in the U.S. has not gone down in 25 years.
ProPublica, a nonprofit newsroom, started looking into the outbreak of a certain antibiotic-resistant salmonella within the chicken industry. CDC was investigating too, but stopped in 2019 without identifying a source or even that it had ended. Now, since then, ProPublica found the outbreak is still going on, sickening people all over the country.
And the reason that it's such a concern is that it's resistant to 4 of the 5 main drugs that doctors typically use to fight severe food poisoning.
Now, part of the problem lies in that the USDA, which oversees the poultry industry, has no authority to issue recalls. A salmonella outbreak in chicken or turkey is also harder to track down than in produce. Now, based on their findings, ProPublica says that the USDA told them it is now rethinking its approach to addressing salmonella. The good news is that all salmonella, even the drug-resistant kind, can be killed when cooked properly. But the problem is cross-contamination is pretty common.
Grabbing spices while we're cooking, not washing our hands as frequently as we should, not sanitizing our counters immediately. Of course, we're all very busy.
The USDA collects data from poultry plants and posts it online, but it is hard to find and search. So ProPublica came up with a chicken checker website, and you can find it at propublica.org/chicken. You can put in the P number, which is listed on the package of raw chicken or turkey, and find out just how often salmonella is detected at that plant where it's processed. The idea is for consumers to put pressure on grocery stores to buy from plants with safer practices. A new art exhibit is bringing strangers' faces back to life. Next in our lineup, how its creators are hoping to reconnect us and be an example for how museums can reinvent themselves coming out of the pandemic.
At 4 on WRTV.
Crooks have been using the pandemic as an opportunity to make a profit. Vendors are peddling fake vaccine cards on the dark web, and consumers are ordering alleged therapeutic drugs from dubious international sources. Usher Qureshi takes a look at the efforts to counter the tide of pandemic-related fraud.
Millions of packages come through 9 international mailing facilities like this around the United States annually.
This is a 24-hour operation.
Each year, Customs and Border Protection officers inspect and screen tens of millions of them to ensure they comply with state and federal law. And since the beginning of the pandemic, they've been busy.
This is some of what you've seized over the course of how long?
This is over the course of a week, not even a week, probably about 2 or 3 days.
Christopher Macco is a supervisory officer with CBP.
We were seizing unapproved medications coming from China that were manufactured in clandestine labs.
He says his officers have been intercepting everything from fake PPE and COVID-19 testing kits to drugs and phony vaccine cards.
We were seeing hundreds and thousands of packages coming from unknown labs, basically, to the consumer in the United States.
Between January of last year and the end of July this year, the agency seized nearly 40 million counterfeit face masks, 187,000 FDA-prohibited COVID-19 test kits, and approximately 40,000 tablets of unapproved chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine.
This is an open market, an unregulated market, also an illegal market.
Ryan Linder is an emerging threats expert with Checkpoint Research. They've been monitoring activity associated with pandemic-related fraud, cyber threats, and illegal commerce, some of it on the dark web.
We must increase vaccinations among the unvaccinated with new vaccination requirements.
Linder says the day after President Biden announced an emergency vaccine mandate for American workers, online activity spiked.
The cost of these illegal cards on these platforms doubled overnight, but more disturbingly, the number of sellers increased by about 10x.
Earlier this month, Customs and Border Protection seized 2 consignments destined for Texas that contained counterfeit vaccination cards from China. They also found shipments from China and Mexico headed to Atlanta, St. Louis, and Minnesota that contained the controversial drugs ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. Linder warns that purchasing these kinds of items not only pose a risk to public health, but to your personal information as well.
You have no idea where that personal information ends up. So you may get a fake vaccine card. Your data might be sold on the dark web at great profit to these bad actors.
As the public remains sharply divided over vaccine mandates and controversial therapeutics, Linder says as long as people are willing to buy, the illegal imports won't disappear.
They want to enjoy their lives and make money and earn a living, but they don't want a vaccine. That population, I think, will be fixed for a very long time, and therefore there will be a demand that's increasing with each one of these mandates.
The simple warning to contraband shoppers, he says, buyer beware. I'm Usher Qureshi reporting.
Do you have a favorite place to go and check out some of that fall color? If not, may suggest here Garfield Park. You can see those leaves finally changing, getting some oranges and yellows out there. It is certainly taken a little while, but why do the leaves actually change color all to begin with? Well, the delay has been the warmer temperatures we've had. We need those cooler numbers and temperatures to be moving in, which they finally are, to break down that chlorophyll, which gives the leaves their green color. So once that happens, other chemicals take over. For example, the orange color that you carotene out there, familiar with that, and carrots, right? Well, we would typically be seeing that fall color peaking across much of central Indiana now. It looks like, though, I've kind of taken the entire state and put it into early November, which I know we're moving into, but really over the next couple of weeks, I think we will start to see those leaves peaking, and it'll probably be a smaller window to enjoy that fall color out there. Still got a lot of cloud cover here for our Saturday. Isolated shower here or there, but it should be very light and scattered. Temperature is not going to move a whole lot. We will be in the lower to middle 50s. Here's a look at TrueCast tomorrow morning. Still some showers. Those should move out. Any organized activity anyway, and there you still see quite a bit of cloud cover even as we go into the evening. Jumping ahead to our Sunday pick of the weekend here for Halloween, we got temperatures that'll be around 60 for that afternoon high. Mix of sun and clouds out there, and trick-or-treating forecast. That is not one you can really beat here. Nothing scary about this forecast as well. Partly cloudy skies, 58 degrees for you at 6 o'clock. By 8, we are still in the middle 50s. So get out there, have some fun, and get a lot of candy. All right, next week, we got temperatures that are quite a bit cooler, including several chances for some frost, lows in the low 30s, highs in the 40s, but we're dry.
Art museums across the country have had a pretty tough 2 years. Declining attendance is forcing some places to be creative in hopes of bringing visitors back through the doors. Chris Conti found how one new exhibit is enlisting the help of some unlikely artists in an effort to reconnect strangers all over the country.
On one of those quintessentially dreary fall days when the sky seems to have no color at all,
art has a really central role in all of our lives.
Oliver Barker looks around and can't help but appreciate how bright his corner of the world is.
I love the fact that there's a real diversity of techniques and approaches.
Oliver is the director of the Cape Ann Museum, tucked away in the historic fishing town of Gloucester, Massachusetts, a place that inspired the works of great artists like Edward Hopper.
They certainly all encapsulate a moment.
Looking around here, though, it does not take a highly seasoned art critic to see these portraits were not commissioned by any famous American artist.
So it was fun to see through our processes kind of how we all interpreted it.
Instead, they were created by average, everyday Americans like Katie Brinkman.
I wanted to play with the materials and like the colors and have fun with the artistic process of it.
The installation is called Quilted Together, an exhibit of community. People from all walks of life were given an 8x8 sheet of paper, a mirror, and some pastels.
Step 1 is to use a pencil to draw your facial features.
As you can see from the Zoom tutorial, teachers helped with some of the basics of portrait painting, like how to make sure your ears are level. They are all powerful images of self-expression, no matter how seasoned the artist was who submitted. This is a self-portrait Katie painted. These two belong to her stepkids, and this one, a bit darker, belongs to her partner Ryan.
It's really fun. It blends right into the big quilt of everyone else, and but at the same time, it's individual. It's yours, and and so it's really powerful to see them all stacked together like this.
600 portraits were returned. The goal of the exhibit is to bring strangers' faces back to life, to reconnect people at a time when so many of us are often still hidden behind masks because of COVID.
To me, what is particularly powerful about this is that we've all got used to seeing one another wearing our masks. And we are actually now having this opportunity to see ourselves afresh.
It's like revealing what's underneath the mask. It's neat. And all the different expressions people chose to wear also in their portrait is kind of interesting because there's a lot of smiles, but some people aren't smiling.
It comes at a time when museums are trying to draw new visitors in. Because of the pandemic, the world's 100 most visited art museums saw attendance drop by 77% in 2020. The numbers are rebounding, but museums are having to reinvent themselves with new exhibits like this one to excite visitors into returning.
I also see a lot of joy around the room and a lot of hope.
This exhibit is only temporary. Eventually, these self-portraits will all be returned to the people who painted them. But Oliver Barker hopes that the lasting impact of this art will be permanent.
I hope that as an institution we have helped plant that idea and given people that interest and inspiration to explore art as a medium.
In Gloucester, Massachusetts, I'm Chris Conti.
All right, Chris, thank you. And finally in our lineup today, lead exposure among kids is common. And now the definition of lead poisoning is changing. How this could help kids stay safe and how doctors say we need to be addressing this.
Press Kitchen Saver.
The way we define lead poisoning is changing when it comes to children. The CDC announced this week that it is making this change. Essentially, that it means the threshold for lead levels in blood is lower. However, doctors emphasize that no amount of lead is ever safe. Now, the change is really part of a gradual move to change the standard.
We're trying to move our whole population to a point where there isn't any lead, but we have to pick a point where we're going to make interventions.
The last time the CDC changed the standard was 2012. Its goal was to change the standard every 4 years, but it didn't happen during the Trump administration. And now doctors are saying the change was overdue. Now, while no level of lead is safe, pediatric doctors are hoping the new standards will open up communication with parents about potential dangers affecting children. They are also hoping it will lead to other changes.
They would like to work with the medical community, clinical community in general, as well as public health, to start, to come up with strategies to keep driving the number down by putting in place better and better preventive measures.
There will likely be an increase in lead poisoning cases among children. Lead often appears in old paint, water pipes, sometimes food and toys. It can also lead to behavioral problems as well as issues with school performance. Now, getting back into the workforce after a gap in your resume is often not easy. On Monday, you will meet a group that is helping job seekers embrace their life experience and land a job even if they haven't worked outside the home for a while.
Well, we've got to track the showers for tonight. Then as we step into the weekend, subtle changes tomorrow. We'll go over those, more noticeable on Sunday. We've got a whole new pattern that will last all of next week.